Grandmaster Ding Liren, playing as white, versus Grandmaster Le Quang Liem, playing as black. Fide Olympiad 2024, Round 6. In the other match between co-leaders, Vietnam drew against China after Le Quang Liem beat Ding Liren on the top board. It would be hard to call the beating Ding a major upset, considering the Vietnamese #1 entered the event 5 points higher rated. But the pawn-down position reached felt like the kind of position the world champion would have held with ease back in 2018, when he was at his absolute best and known for tenacious defense. In 2024, Ding soon stumbled into a position the tablebases announced as lost, and when briefly given a reprieve he didn't take it and slipped to defeat. We're going to take a sneak peek into the China versus Vietnam match. Here is black. We have Super GM Le Quang Liem, as he's pushing for a win against world champion Ding Liren. But here, black has to make a decision. Does he take the pawn on f3 or not? Does he protect the d4 pawn, or not? Well, the problem is that if black takes the pawn immediately, let's say king to f3, after rook f5 check, king e3, rook e5, king d3, and the rook d5, placing the rook behind the pawn, this position would be a theoretical draw. Knowing his endgames, GM Le Quang Liem went for a different continuation instead. He played the move rook h2, waiting for white's response and setting up a devious draw. In case of rook takes d4, the game would end on the spot after king e3, hitting both the rook and threatening the checkmate at the same time. Well, Ding Liren is a world champion for a reason, and he doesn't fall for such cheap tricks. So the game continued instead with king to f1. Here, it was finally safe to take the f3 pawn, as after rook takes f5, king e3, rook e5. The black king has a safe space on d2, from where it can support the advance of the d-pawn. The game went on with rook a5, threatening to take the rook with rook a2 and rook takes h2. Rook h1 check, king f2, d3. And now, white's big problem is that he is only 2 files away, and his checks from the side wouldn't be effective. If instead this was an e-pawn, and the pawn and the king was on the e-file, the position would be an easy draw, as white would be able to keep checking the king. However, after d3, this doesn't work here. The white rook simply doesn't have enough space. So the game went on with rook a8, rook h7, preparing to push the white king further away. Rook a2 check, king c3, rook a3, king c2, and now we see why the white rook doesn't have enough space. After rook a2, black has the move king b3, and there is no further check on e3. Here in this position, white played the move rook a8, and after rook e7, cutting off the white king, Ding Liren resigned, as there is nothing he can do to prevent the pawn from winning. If he plays the move rook to b8 check, the king would go to c2, and after the other check, we're going to reach another famous position, the Lucena position, which also could have happened in a game from the women's section. Again, here the point is that the only thing that black needs to win is to get the king out. So, in case of rook c8, he would be able to cover the path for the king after rook f7 check, king g3 where something doesn't matter, and rook f5, preparing the path for the black king. The game could have ended here with rook c7, king e2, check, king d3, check, king e3, and if another check, we can finally play king b4, preparing the famous bridge and securing the promotion of the pawn. Thank you for watching the video. Please like, share, and subscribe.